All right, we are live. It's November already. God damn it. Um, it's November 3rd. Um, and it's heartlanddefenders.com. Heartland Defenders on Facebook is where you're seeing us now. Hello, everybody. I see Jane in there. I see Mikey Rudd. Also, hit us on YouTube. I have not uploaded the past two shows, and that's because I changed software and it has not been recording. It is recording now, though. So you'll get today's show in YouTube
We didn't record
tomorrow.
all of your.
So I swapped software because the newer software is way better because I can do some fun ass crap, which I'll screw around with while we're talking on the show because if I start doing it now, we'll never get anywhere. And stuff like the chat showing up on screen. I can put masks over my face and they're animated and they go with my face as well. So that's probably going to get played with tonight. And then, of course, our regular, whatchamacallit, GIFs and memes that I got popping up when you guys were talking. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll see how that goes.
Cool.
And yes, we always miss you, Jane. I can't believe you can be on here and be in that freaking black hole you're in town. So she's now working at the new store, and there's no cell service down there unless she's sitting outside. She's lucky.
Oh,
Awesome.
But yeah,
nice.
so
Is now closer to home?
5 minutes. So it's just down the street. I took her dinner right before I got on here and started doing stuff, and
Cool.
yeah, trying to be a good fiance, whatever that thing's called now.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
got that new title.
Yep, that new title. So, yeah. So I know you guys are going to DC on the 9th. You know there was a thing this week? There was
Yes.
a thing in DC.
I did
I
hear-
saw a video from Hickok. What's his YouTube name? I can't remember his name. Hickok. If you don't know who he is,
Yeah,
go look up Hickok.
45.
Yeah, that's it. 45.
He's
Yep.
an older guy, does gun reviews, talks about guns, everything. Really nice guy. We've met him. He came to one of the Ohio rallies. I saw a
Got
video
picture somewhere.
where they had
Oh, it's on that heartlanddefenders.com.
yeah,
Template.
yeah, it's somewhere around there. I'm trying. Thanks, Jane. I just looked out for a second. Damn it. So I saw a video of him talking about they were doing an event this weekend.
Yep.
Like he posted on the 30th, last, heads up, blah, 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 we're going down. If you do anything, go to DC. And it's kind of upsetting to me because it's just everybody, instead of everybody getting together and working together, we're still seeing the same, hey, I got my thing, you got your
I'm
thing.
doing this. You're doing
Well,
that.
you'll have to check out the video too. We created a monster in Virginia
Oh,
a
no.
while back.
Oh,
Because
no.
one of our little buddies was in a security outfit.
Oh?
Tyler
boy.
was in a security outfit.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, it was great. I saw him on a live video and I called him out. I'm like, oh, look at little Tyler.
Oh, boy.
That was great.
But
It
yeah,
looked like, though, I'll tell you what, they had a decent little attendance, probably 500 plus.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was decent little attendance. I'm curious to see. I was searching, next weekend, in DC. I put DC and the 9th.
Yes.
And apparently, we're going to be there with the Vapors of the world because that's their big rally too.
Oh, well, good. You might get some extra people show up that might want some stuff.
We all have been stating that welcome to our world, snowflakes.
Yeah. Hey, they're not all the vape people are not snowflakes. Go put that out there.
No, but it's really weird though. I kind of heard about what they're doing. I know we're going off track a little bit here, but it was weird reading it. I mean, they're like blaming all the Republicans for like stopping the vape thing. I mean, is that who introduced the bill, or
I'm not sure. I don't know who introduced the bill.
My wheelhouse to check that.
Yeah, I was like,
Here.
they were like kind of like really getting off on like, you know.
The irony is like it probably isn't that far out of the realm of reality that it was the Republicans doing it. Because a lot of what I've heard about it is the concept, you know, the whole conspiracy crap, where it's Philip Morris and all the big tobacco companies.
Oh.
Nobody's pushing against that, and it's killing millions of people every day. But this Juul thing killed like 30 people in a month, so ban it. It's bad.
So it's something about
Palmer, he might be around on the 9th, so you might get a chance.
Who's Romney Merkley? Is he Republican?
I believe so.
I'm looking right now.
In the comments, anybody who knows who that guy is, just let us know.
Okay, so key points. Senator Mitt Romney and Jeff Merkley introduce a bill aimed to curbing teen vaping by making flavored vaping other than tobacco flavor illegal. That's what they're trying to do. So yes, Republicans did introduce.
They're trying to. That's right, because they're saying that it's all the bubblegum flavors are going to get.
I'm just going to tell you, the shit don't taste like bubblegum.
There's a few I've seen that smell decent, but I can never taste it. So
some taste pretty good.
Like I'll explain it because I did the vape thing for a while.
Okay.
They can smell like it all day long, but when you inhale it, it's not bubblicious.
Some are though. So I've had some what they call bomb pop. You know, the rocket pops that you used to get at the ice cream truck, stuff like that, and they taste exactly like the freaking bomb pops on the ice cream truck.
No, hey, you're contributing here.
It's amazing. I used to actually, when I was smoking cigars really hard for a while, I would get nicotine withdrawal because you get some straight hardcore nicotine bombs in some of the cigars. So if you don't keep your nicotine going throughout the week, which I wouldn't do, I'd get really bad headaches. And so I started vaping to, help with the nicotine. And so I was mixing stuff, like some sweet stuff in with some really harsh tobacco stuff to get that same cigar flavor. So there are some good flavors out there. It just depends on who you go through. The Mountain Dew crap tastes like garbage. Well, no, they still are for now. For now.
That's just straight tobacco.
That's what they're trying for. Ugh.
So, all right then. Yeah, so it's going to be it sounds like it's going to be an interesting weekend. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Well, so then our subject coming. Go ahead.
The best part of it is we might hit that Million Man March concept because 500,000 Patriots, 500,000 vapors.
How 500,000 Patriots? Are we really expecting that kind of number?
Well, maybe minus a 0 or 2, but
I'm having a hard time realizing there could be that many zeros of the things we've been to. So,
which is sad. I mean, that's a sad part too. I mean, like and I had no idea about this one going on this weekend until like I saw the live feed.
No.
So I didn't even know that this one was going on.
Yeah, I didn't know it until I saw Hickok's video.
I feel like, and this is way off of what we even discussed we were going to talk about tonight. And we do want to get to that.
Well, we're getting there.
But I feel like Facebook, Twitter, all of them, you keep hearing the term echo chamber and how they're all curbing the echo chamber. Bullshit. That's all it is. They're echo chambers. You talk to the same 10 people, you can have 2 million freaking followers and 10 friends. The only people that actually pay attention to your crap are either stalkers or your closest friends.
Well, you know what? Hey, if the stalkers want to show up, we're okay with that.
So here's the thing, though. That's not even true on the closest friends thing. It's who actually views your page. Because I have friends I don't see posts from until I go to their page. I'm like, man, they haven't posted in a while. And I go there and I'm like, shit, they posted yesterday. And then all of a sudden I start seeing posts from them again.
Because you're not liking everything when they do post something that you see, you're not liking it.
Right.
Well, that's not true. dude. So I did, and here's why it's not true. And I'm sure it'll feed into the conspiracy. So like for the longest time, I used to see Ace Baker's stuff a lot. I mean, I used to see it because I'm actually friends with him, and then I'm friends with his, the 2 pages he started. So man, I used to see all his stuff all the time. I went in and did even did the additional see first and all that.
Yeah.
And then, so I stopped seeing his stuff for a while, and then I saw somebody comment on something, and then they tagged me in it. And I went in, and I'm like, man, he must not have been posting for a while, and tons of shit. So I went back in and looked. Every one of his things that I had pressed see first was all back down to default.
Oh, wow.
And I never did that.
Huh.
I never.
Hey. They're just making sure that there's no hate speech.
Well,
Probably.
and that's, you know what? I don't even want to get into the hate speech talk because I was watching videos this weekend. Cosper, I think you posted the video about the guy in the hoodie that was destroying the free speech bench and all their crap at some college. And he was just being unreasonable as hell. And he's like, you guys are hate speech. They're like, what did we say that was hateful? And he wouldn't say anything else other than you were hate speech. And but yeah, that'll just get me pissed off. Let's not go there.
Yeah. I mean,
come on.
Yeah,
I wonder. Good television.
Let's be honest. How hard? I'm sure, and they'll never tell you, but actually, the one guy kind of did tell us. It can't be that hard for Facebook to jump into your account and reset everybody back to default so you don't see their stuff. I mean,
they do it on a regular basis. Oh yeah, they do.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why, and I've had this discussion with you guys and a couple other people. The problem is where do you go? Where do you go to try and get these what outlets do you use? I mean, unless you can find a website. I mean, we have a website, but man, we can't. It's hard to get traffic to it.
Right.
A lot of people go the route of Discord, Line. Jeremy, come on, rattle some more off with me. There's a lot of alternative messaging.
Yeah, Telegram, I know we're using. I know a few groups I've been brought into Telegram.
There's a lot of alternative messaging forms that you can message hundreds or thousands of people at the same time. A lot of people are moving to those platforms, and even there, you're still somewhat potentially scrutinized. But
MeWe's one of the big ones where you're wide open. You do whatever the hell you want. A lot of groups I'm a part of that are very uncensored. That's about as far as I'll go. They post a lot of crazy crap. Short of it being illegal. Like, there's some stuff that they just don't post or won't allow post. But, I mean, you get away with all kinds of stuff on MeWe. I mean...
But are we also... we're also trained for Facebook. I mean, I guess that has to be the start, breaking that, because even Twitter's the same thing. I'm finding that Twitter, whereas Twitter, when I was in the big, when I first got onto Twitter, man, you saw everything and it was wide open and nothing got banned from Twitter.
Right. Now,
man, I get stuff all the time. Cannot see this anymore. Has been removed.
Here's let's go to the topic we're planning on talking about after this. Okay. But here is a case in point for the conspiracy aspect of Facebook and its overpower control over people. Mm-hmm. 2 different people, same exact post. It was a meme, and it said it was the screenshot of Arlie Ermey's hand with the choke yourself from Full Metal Jacket.
Mm-hmm. Remember that? Okay. Yeah.
And it all it said was, and this is how Epstein choked himself. That's all it said. One of my friends' pictures had the blurry picture uncover because it's dangerous. I clicked it and I'm like, are you freaking serious?
Yeah.
Like, I'm expecting like a bullet hole through somebody's chest or like kids being decapitated, something that is like heinous. It's this picture from Full Metal Jacket. Scroll a little further down that timeline there on that phone with that app that they preload just for you, and you better sign into it or it's going to suck up your bandwidth all day long. Scroll down a couple more scrolls on the page, same exact image, no censorship.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
why did this? So explain, why did this one get censored and not that one?
And you know what? I've been noticing the blur screen a lot more lately because of they are using it for anything that could be offensive now. It isn't just the you know, like gore or whatever, which, you know, I enjoy those pages as much as the next guy.
I get it. I get it. But on my same news feed, I've got one that's covered up because it's horrendous. And the exact same image, same words, it was the same freaking picture.
Yeah.
Right.
Not covered up.
Well, it takes one troll to report it. Although, okay, before I'm gonna try not to go off subject, but I'm gonna do it one more time. So have you guys seen where, so, you know, they do buybacks on Facebook, right? You know, where the cops actually advertise on their Facebook pages,
right,
that they're doing gun buybacks. So they are buying guns, right? Okay. So if you or I post a post about buying a gun or wanting a gun, that goes against policy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on to be a complete D and reported 4 different police departments.
And they got taken down, didn't they?
For doing gun buybacks. Because if I can't buy a gun on here, then the policy is nobody can buy a gun back.
Right.
Do you know?
They get taken down?
They took one down, and then I got, mind you, almost exact same. In fact, two of them were from the same police department who was doing like a county-wide thing. Yeah. So it was like 4 different departments. So I reported 2 of the departments doing that. One of them got their page removed. The other one did not, and I got the report back that, this doesn't go against our community standards. But the same department from the same exact post got theirs deleted because it goes against policy.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I think it depends on who you know, who you blow concept. Is the city big? Is the city small?
It's like watching the NFL. There's no consistency in anything they do. They just make it up as they go. It was crazy.
Well, a perfect segue into it, as we're talking about the consistency of Facebook banning or censoring of your post or your page or any of that stuff. It's the same thing that for anybody watching that was in the military or is in the military, you remember the speech you got like before you flew somewhere after you joined, where it was like, you know, don't go walking around wearing stuff like that all over your chest. Yeah. Don't make yourself a target.
Right.
Right. You guys realize that that's how we here at Heartland play our game. We go in with that "don't make yourself a target" thing. We roll gray man, and for me with Facebook, that's how I am. On my page, if I like one of your posts, that's as much as you're gonna get, bud. You're not getting me to share it, to copy and paste it. You know how many times I've seen I do not support the impeachment of Trump. Let's light Facebook up with this or whatever. Have you guys been seeing those?
I haven't seen it. No, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's coming across my feed.
Yeah.
I don't support it, but I'm not blasting it.
Right.
Because now that takes that platform that I've got for people to find me for this, for other things in my life, and it puts a mark on there for the censoring guys to go, this guy might be a little edgy.
Hey, you know what? You're friends with me. You're screwed. The crap I post, you are, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, fucked.
Not good for
I haven't gotten banned because of that. But it's that concept. It's that gray man mentality needs to kind of be in everything you do, because I mean, with what we talk about, what we do, and what we say, I mean, honestly, we are the target for a little less or maybe a little more of the majority.
Well,
yeah,
right.
I guess the only exception on my Twitter account is very gray man. Even a lot of people that know me, if they were to come across it, they wouldn't probably know it was me. There's a few things I do every now and then, and I try and catch myself that would give it away because of, if you've seen my posts on Heartland or on my Facebook page, there's little things I do that would probably give away from time to time on my Twitter, but I stay I try and stay very gray man in the fact that I don't get too over, unless there are a couple of times that I've lost my mind when, particularly to anybody in Oregon who probably knows me by name by now. But that's a different story. That's kind of like Palmer with Dayton.
Right.
That's his his anti-gray man moment. That's mine for sure. But yeah, I do try, and I mean that's why. Well, when you see how many events have we gone to? We don't, and we have nothing. Don't get this wrong in the fact that if it's what you do that we're saying it's wrong. As far as when we go to events like this march we're going to on Saturday next in DC, you're not going to see us there in full battle rattle. You're never going to see us, as a group, I should say. What individuals go out and do is their thing. But as a group, normally you probably won't recognize us in a crowd. I still get people from Moore who were in the booth with us that go, "Were you guys there?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me show you a picture of us together.
Well,
Right.
is my face hard to remember? Because I personally vividly remember standing and talking to Joey Gibson for quite some time.
Well,
at Mother of All Rallies 2018. And when I walked up to him and said, "Hey, Joey, what's up?" at the debates here in Westerville, Ohio, he goes, "Who are you?"
Well, but you know what though? You got to think of how many people he meets in a week, let alone at an event or multiple events.
But it's the time with him in DC though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same concept.
But it's good.
How many people do I meet on a daily basis?
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
how many people does anybody meet on a daily basis?
Right. That face isn't a hard face to forget. So the fact that he forgot your face, you should feel good about your gray man stuff. I'm really saying.
I'm just straight up gray.
Well,
but you're right though. I mean, that's the point though. At any of those, unfortunately, and for better or for worse, any of these rallies and stuff that we go to, I mean, who are the guys who are always the first guys to get targeted and for the opposition to, get right in their face, and the first ones they put on camera, it's always the guys in full battle rattle.
Guys are all geared up.
It's always guys carrying, a long gun. And again, if that's your thing, I get it. But for our group, it's just not. And it doesn't make us or you any different or any less prepared. It's just our thing. It's just kind of how we've developed, how we are. I mean, that's just kind of our thing is to be gray man, and we're there. Mm-hmm. We've got your back. They might not remember us.
No.
And we're good with it.
Well, and for anybody that's watching, I mean, I know I've got a watch party going over on the Outlaws page.
We're like up to 44.
So
Yeah.
Silver Star Outlaws page. I've got a watch party with 3 or 4 people on there. Ooh, look at me. If anybody doesn't know what we're meaning when we say gray man, just let us know in one section or another of the comments, and we can give you an explanation. But they're not going to see us coming. Is the bigger concept. If there is opposition, if there is a group that's there to do harm to us or ours, they're going to be watching the guys that are in full battle rattle. They're going to be watching what they're doing so that they can prepare for that. They're not going to be watching the guy that's just standing off to the side in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Even though the guy that's off to the side in a t-shirt and pair of jeans probably has just as much, if not more, tactical training than the guy in full battle rattle. And how do these guys know if you're maybe wearing some standard underclothing body armor? I mean, they don't. Mm-hmm. So that's the concept of gray man. Not just that they're not going to remember you, that they're not going to easily be able to point you out in a lineup, more along the lines of they're not going to know that you're just as much as a threat as those guys.
Yeah, the guys in the full battle.
You blend into your environment. If it were a black tie type event, we'd be the kind of guys in security that would be in suits. If it's an outdoor rally where everybody's wearing American flags and stuff, we might be the guys just hanging off to the side in gray polos. It's just a different mindset and approach. And sometimes that works better than the other way, and sometimes the other way works better. Well, it just depends on the situation for sure.
And you don't even got to do it for events. I mean, in general, in where you're at and what you're doing. I wear this hoodie a lot. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna go ahead and pimp our group on the show. And no, you can't get this emblem version, right?
Sorry,
but yeah, I need one on the back of my truck. I do most gray man, except for I have kind of screwed myself in my new truck. I do have a carry like a 1776 decal back there and a couple other Second Amendment decals back there.
Yeah, but it's only this big.
Still, though.
Half the people don't know what the 1776 part is anyway, so you're probably fine.
On the back of the wife's car, I got a 24-inch wide Second Amendment.
But
and on the sides, I have American flags that the end of the streamers are guns.
Yeah. I figured. But there's some AR stickers on there too. All that fun stuff. But for most part, I mean, even in every day, people pick you. If somebody's looking to do something, they're looking for the people that may be opposition that could stop them. They're going to target those people first. If you look like you carry a gun, if you're wearing a Glock shirt all the time, they're most likely going to pick you out. If you're just wearing regular, clothing, like I wear a lot of band t-shirts. I don't give a crap. I wear a lot of band t-shirts when I'm out and about. Some of them say some messed up stuff, but you're not going to pick me out as being the he could be carrying or he couldn't be carrying, because you're not going to know. And Cody, you're right. Depends on who's watching and knows what to look for. But if you conceal enough and you're good at concealing, and you're a fluffy gentleman, you can hide more than.
I got that covered.
I carry full size, and I don't imprint very often. I really don't. I don't wear tight shirts. I don't like them. I don't like how they feel on me anyways. I like a big shirt, so.
Yeah.
Glock 17 Gen 4.
Well, I've even in my preps, honestly, it's even the reason we went with the vehicle we went with. My current vehicle, going down the road, I look like 5,000 other. I mean, I knew there was a lot of them, and the particular color and everything else that I got.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know it's me. And I have at this time, the only thing I've put stickers on or going to put stickers on is my luggage rack, which I can take on and off.
Yep.
I'm not doing anything in my vehicle or anything like that. I mean, I've changed. It's thinking about Gray Man has even changed my preps as far as how I've considered moving from one place to another in an event.
I've changed my carry bag. I mean, my everyday carry has stayed the same. It's the same, what is that, the O.D. Brown or whatever, the
right.
military style bag. But my full bug out bag is now a backpacking bag.
Yep, same
and
as me.
One of the nice ones I got at REI that fits my back. It makes everything feel like it's a feather.
Which is a double benefit. Not only are they awesome to wear.
I'm old school Army. I just
I know.
But now I just look like some freaking snowflake walking down the trail if I have to.
Well, that's the thing, and that I really thought about that too. I mean, because when I'm out hiking now, when I used to go to the river and hike, and I always, I take as much stuff as I'm trying to simulate as best as I can. So when I used to walk in, the typical gear we almost all first buy and carry and everything else, people would look at me like, you know what, we're going to take the other path.
Exactly.
But it's funny, ever since I changed to the regular backpack and even the clothes I'll sometimes wear, people are just like, oh, look, they'll sit and chat with me more now. They'll walk with me. They'll ask me why I'm out there. So it's going more Gray Man, even in my preps, I've noticed a difference in interaction with people where they no longer see me as,
scary,
questionable.
Scary.
Right. And that's,
yeah.
That's one of the reasons. Well, it's not like I enjoy the way I dress to begin with. If I'm not wearing this hoodie and I'm not wearing one of our group shirts or one of my Second Amendment shirts, more people are more likely to walk up to me and ask me if I have weed than they are anything else. I swear to God, if I'm in...
just the way you look, man. It's just how you look.
They're like, dude, you got weed, great, man? I'm like, nah, I don't smoke. I can't. Gotta keep my
it's the band shirts.
My work stuff. It's gotta be the band
shirts.
It's gotta be. Even though the band shirts are crazy weird and they have nothing to do with being high anyways. Whatever.
That's just people, it's a concert. He's a concert dude.
Yeah, right.
Gotta smoke weed, man. I mean, with all of it, just having a flag, just the concept of having the American flag and the "Don't Tread on Me" flag flying at your house. There's some people that drive faster past your house than the next guy's because you're one of them people.
You in certain neighborhoods, that gets you to where nobody wants to talk to you. Thankfully, my neighborhood's not that way. A couple of neighbors are very accepting of Second Amendment memorabilia and have asked.
Well, compared to your
neighborhood,
yeah, right.
What I'm saying was what we're talking about. It's not for everybody. There's a lot of people out here that just love to be American.
Right.
They're gonna be American. One of our friends, Mike, did you see him on the Bikers for Trump group come across and say, hey, I'm just letting you know, I'm a militia member and I support the Constitution. So if Trump does something that's against the Constitution, I'm going to call him out on it.
Yeah.
There's some people that are just, that's the way they're going to be. They're going to be American. They're going to show their pride all day long. And there's a lot of people that are mindset of, I have to be dressed to go to war everywhere I go. That's on them. That's them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the concept of gray man, it's a mindset you want to look at if you don't want to be easily pointed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different way to do what we're all trying to do. I mean, and don't get us wrong. I mean, when we go to events, I mean, we still, even our, when we go in our polos and stuff, we still have our flag flying,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like we're trying to cover up who we are. We just prefer it's just our mindset to be less of a target. I mean,
You can't cover this up.
no,
Yes.
we've tried. We've tried, people.
Yeah.
We've tried.
Believe me, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh boy. Nah, but well, and then going in with the gray man stuff. Crap, I was gonna go. I wanted to go also into, because we kind of ran into this by accident this week, talking online, a few of us, about the Rage Against the Machine thing that's gonna happen.
Yes.
So, how many people out there, and everybody that's watching, I'll pay attention to chat to see what you guys are saying and stuff. If you guys have it up, fine, whatever. If not, I got it. How many of you guys will no longer support somebody that you really enjoyed growing up because of their political views? We had a comment because I had posted the holy crap, look, Rage Against the Machine's getting back together. Some people don't know who they are. They're a rock band. They were from late 90s, early 2000s. They were very political. But as Mike pointed out, and I didn't really take into consideration, is they really only like to play Coachella now, which is really, really, really expensive. And so, but yet they're against the, everybody having a bunch of money and all that stuff. But yet they'll go play Coachella that's, $300, $400, $500 a ticket.
Well, here's it wasn't even so much, I even, and that was just like extra. I just found ironic, because there's no poor people at Coachella.
No, none at all.
None. I mean, there might be occasionally a person or two who saves all year so they can go to that event, and that's like the event they go to, but it ain't many. My thing was, the biggest thing that I found that kind of turned me off, because unfortunately, John Vorndren made me freaking do research, and now I hate him, because now I can't probably go to the damn concert. But I was shocked to learn that they really don't do anything, like, other than supporting that guerrilla group in southern Mexico,
Right.
EZLM, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, EZLM. And which, and I get, and they're kind of freedom fighter-ish, kind of they are kind of a militia. They're kind of against the corruption in the Mexican, federal government. So, I mean, they have some, shut up, John. I see your meme. So they supporting that group, I get, it goes with what they do, but his La Rocha's net worth right now is $25 million.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do jack shit.
No.
I mean, he does nothing to, he doesn't get involved in groups for bettering America and mind you, he's an American. His parents were not. I mean, his parents became Americans, but I believe they were both born out of country. But he was raised here.
Okay.
But it's so hilarious how all his rage is against, rich white people and all this, and yet,
Rich white people that buys the tickets.
Well, not just
Right.
that. He also, most of his rage is only towards Republicans. There's on very few occasions he's done quote unquote protests against at like the Democratic convention, I think it was.
Yeah, but that was to protest the bipartisan party system. That's what was the
Right.
protest was and he
Right.
did it at both theirs in early 2000s, and then in 2008 or something, they tried to do it at a Republican convention, and they actually threw them out and told them they'd be arrested because of if they played a single song.
And one of the free concerts, resulted in a riot.
Yeah.
And you could go either way if you go and watch some stuff. I went back and researched. It's 50-50 whether it was the cops or the crowd.
Yeah.
I'd say that was a real combination there of, and La Rocha was kind of like,
And it goes with my theme song.
he was kind of going, F those cops, they can't stop you kind of thing. So,
yeah. Oh boy.
But and I get, like I said, if he really, I'm even fine with someone who believes they're a socialist and they could come at me with an intelligent conversation with facts and we can both agree to disagree and leave. I'm okay with that conversation. But the fact of the matter is he doesn't really do anything that, supports his so-called rage.
Right.
Unless he's at a concert making, the only time he ever rages really is when he's getting paid.
Yeah, that's true. Because
it's a little hypocritical, I thought, and I was disappointed because I thought for sure when I researched he'd be like really involved in, protests and that.
Well, but
not really.
I mean, if we start looking at artists like that,
it sucks.
I think the deeper and deeper you get into it, the more and more you realize that a lot of what artists in general sing ends up being very hypocritical of them because, yeah, you'll find one or two artists that go out and do humanitarian stuff or, go feed the poor people in Africa or whatever. But, like System of a Down came from a very socialized country.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really listen to their music, not, hey, I like System of a Down, they go rah, rah, rah a lot. Yeah, no. If you actually listen to their music, it's a whole lot of anti-socialist stuff. But then what do they do when they're not singing and making money from it? Do you see them on the news saying, hey guys, unlike every Hollywood person on the planet saying socialism's great, let's go there, we come from there and it sucks. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
so when you really start digging into that.
Well, here's the thing though. I've noticed too, I mean, okay, so anytime these idiots, from Hollywood get on TV and, it's,
sorry, my bad.
Yeah. If they're at an event, they're at an event or they're on CNN as a guest or they're at an award show, they all have lots to say. The funny thing is that if you go to most of their Twitter and their Facebook feeds and all this stuff, there's very few of them, if you take it in an entirety, there's very few of them that do anything outside of when they're in the spotlight. They don't have they don't want to talk about politics at all unless the camera's right on them.
Yep.
Right.
Now there's obviously, we all know who they are. If you're on Twitter, Facebook, there's who the people are that are just. I mean, they just seem to have lost their freaking mind.
Alyssa Milano.
Well, some of them. You look at some of them though, and you're like, oh wow, look, they go on there because you don't hear from them in a while, and they try to be the most extreme edge of something as possible to get their face back into any kind of light because they're like, oh, I haven't been around in a while. You see a lot of that, but a lot of the guys that do a lot for their community or for what they believe in, you don't hardly ever hear from them.
Sure.
Well, what's the actor that plays Lieutenant Dan?
Gary
I know who you're
Sinise.
talking
Yeah,
about.
he took
Gary
a bunch of
Gary
kids.
something.
He took
Gary
a bunch of
Sinise.
kids to
Gary
Disney World
Disneyland.
because of
Yep.
some. I don't
1,000
even remember
kids.
what
Oh,
they
yeah.
were.
Yeah, if you look up Gary Sinise, he don't talk,
Nope.
but he acts.
Oh, he does. He does a lot of stuff for
But
veterans.
he taking kids to Disneyland of fallen soldiers,
Yep.
entire family.
Yep.
Here you go.
Paid for it all himself.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Right.
But that's the thing. They're never going to talk about the people doing actual good, just like they do. And trust me, you can ask either guy on this feed, and you can ask me in the comments for all I care. I'm not a Trump guy, but if you start digging through the history of Trump and stuff, it's the same concept. He's done amazing things for people. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about a video from 20 years ago or a recording from 20 years ago.
Right.
Like Gary Sinise, you have to dig through days and days of a Facebook feed to find a post about Gary Sinise sending all these kids and families of fallen soldiers to Disney World. You have to dig even deeper to find out that he started an entire foundation to help fallen soldiers that he pays for.
Yep.
I mean, you have to dig for this stuff. But by God, jump on Facebook and you'll find out real quick that Alyssa Milano said this on Twitter.
Or somebody flashed a vagina getting out of a car,
Yeah.
or
It's
dumb shit. It's like it's not even worth our time. But guess what? They're trying to keep us distracted. Yes, I know we're gonna go down a rabbit hole. We only got 10 minutes. No, wait. We got 15 minutes left.
That's your let's go back to his original point. Because I'm curious to see what people are saying. I mean, because I know there's a lot of people who don't watch football anymore. They probably weren't big football fans to begin with, but the Kaepernick thing was like the last straw for them, and they stopped watching the NFL.
That's what killed that for watching football for me, other than realizing it was a distraction as well, but was the fact that why are you making this a political outlet of anything? Football has nothing to do with politics or anything to do with any of this.
Well, and that's so. Is that where, I mean, as people who believe in the Constitution, is it if they don't have, so where do we draw the line on it being a difference of opinion, and being able to go, hey, you know what, you've made a valid argument. I get why you don't like him. You haven't convinced me otherwise, because I don't fully believe, or take the same stand you are. So I'm going to believe what I believe. You believe what you believe. We'll shake, leave. I'll still watch your movies. Where is that point where you go, you know what you're saying is just such crap. I refuse to buy your stuff ever again. I refuse to go to your movies. I refuse to support what you do. I mean, where is that line?
Well, let's look at the one of the most recent things that have hit the news with our wonderful Ohio native LeBron James and his whole I'm going to stand for the Chinese freaking.
Hey, I'm just going to say it ain't Ohio native. That's a Cleveland thing, you guys.
No, actually, it's Akron. It's not Cleveland.
It's Akron.
Get it right.
Don't put me in that. That's Akron. That's below.
That's west of me
I'm
now.
down here. I'm in the middle.
But
I got my own problems, and it ain't LeBron James.
But he was so willing to protest the American. What was it? I don't even remember which one he didn't stand for. He actually left the court.
Oh, for the anthem.
For the anthem. But for the Chinese anthem, and all the crazy crap that's going on there and all the humanitarian shit that's going on there, he was more than willing to stand for that. But he wasn't willing to stand for his own country and what makes it so he can be almost a billionaire.
Well, Jeremy, look at him. Look how oppressed he's been.
Oh, yeah, because, the plugs he's got on his head just weren't quality enough to stay on his head.
Now we've only got like 5 minutes left. We cannot get down this rabbit hole.
Well, I'll tell you this. So, I know LeBron James in the Akron area has done a lot of good.
Yes.
He has. However, I think his blatant hate for the American way of life, as a person who's benefited from the American way of life, I can honestly say he is a person that, because of his political views, and because of his uneducated and unintelligent views, I would never support. Now, I'm a little biased, even though I'm a Cleveland fan. I mean, I love the Indians. I love the Browns. Because I'm an idiot and should shoot myself.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I've never been a huge fan of basketball. But I was never, from day one when he took the court, there was always something about him and the little things he would say that I was never a fan of his, because you could just see. And at first I took it as, you know what? Hey, here's a kid who grew up a hard life. He probably had a pretty crappy view of government, and which a lot of us do too.
Well,
but I mean, he probably had a bad view of the world growing up. But as he became an adult and, should have figured out that a lot of the stuff that he heard in his neighborhoods was crap, he doesn't. Now he magnetizes those stereotypes and that garbage, and yet he's in a position where he knows better. He knows better. He is living the American dream.
yeah.
And all he does is take every opportunity to piss on it, especially if it'll put money in his pocket.
Well, the only thing I could say to it is, Jeremy, go ahead and get the tinfoil and the black helicopters ready.
He had the tinfoil on earlier. I saw him sneaking in.
Wait, yeah, I actually have my own tinfoil hat now.
The only thing I can say to it is at a certain point in that American dream, you hit a spot that you go from being the worker getting to the American dream, working to the American dream, the pursuit of happiness ends. At some point, you become an elitist, and at that point, everybody else below you is a lesser. They don't fucking matter. You are special. And I
got you. I know what you're saying.
If you've ever been employed by a big company, you always think that when that guy you worked with for the past 5, 10, 15 years becomes a manager, right? Becomes a supervisor. All those classes they're going to, all those training sessions they're going to is to teach them how to become yes men or whatever you want to say. I swear to God, when you start making billions, not millions, but billions, you're going and sitting down in big hotels in conference rooms learning how to be an asshole. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, part of it's true. I mean, yeah, I know. I saw it a long time ago.
I just never saw that shit.
That's the second time at least he's done it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't have no tinfoil hat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, you put one on me.
But anyways, you know what? So, but since we're getting close to the end here, I did want to though say that if you are anywhere near the DC area next Saturday, there is a redress of grievances. There is a great rally, a great march going on in DC, put on by some great people. You can find the link on our website. You can find it in the Google Calendar. You can also look up November 9th DC rally. It'll pop up on there. Redress of grievances. I'm telling you, myself, Jacob here, and I know Palmer, who's always on here. We are definitely going. We're hoping some others will go as well. But if you always looking for that opportunity to do something, You've heard it. If you watched us before, you've heard us talk about getting off and your butts and going and doing something. This would be a really, really great opportunity for that. And the bigger numbers we have, the more people we have, it's just going to make it that much bigger and that much better and that much more important. And
True story.
And there's more events like this coming up, and we'll get into those after this event is over. But really, if you have any chance of making it next weekend, I will put the link in here again right after the show, so you can find it there if you're having problems finding it, or message us or message the show. We'll get you the link. But if you can be in DC next weekend, I'm telling you, I think this is an event you don't want to miss. So please try everything you can to get there. One more thing before you guys say anything. Also, we have a raffle going on our website. It's a beautiful plaque. You can find it on our website.
Yeah.
We are at, I know, I caught you off guard with that.
I was sitting here trying to go through it, and I'm like, I can't get it to come up.
But if you go to our website and look for the raffle, you'll find it. We are going to be drawing that live next Sunday during the show at some point. We're probably going to make you watch the whole show. So.
Oh, why would we go do a thing like that?
That way you guys can all shuttle off and be like, I won!
I'm telling you. So, but we will be drawing it. So if, this is your last week to get in and buy tickets, if you're having problems with the website, which you shouldn't, but I know not everybody's, tech savvy, get a hold of us here. We'll get you,
real quick in regards to that. It's simple. Yep. Go to the website. If you're on your phone or your tablet, you're going to see the hamburger, the 3 lines. Click on that. Go to Heartland Shop. It's going to bring you up a list. One of them says raffles. You click on raffles. It's the only one there.
Hold on. I'm almost done. I swear to God, I'm almost done. I'll show you in a second.
Someone's got the picture. Hold on.
God.
Yeah, but this will be the last week. Like I said, we will draw it live. Right now we got a decent amount of tickets sold, but you still have a great chance of winning it. So all the money that's used helps us do what we do as a group.
Damn.
And if you if you want to help support us, if you like what we do, please check out that raffle. Also, if you're not interested in the raffle, we do have great shirts and some decals in there. We're also at several gun shows still this year in Ohio. If you want to come out and see us live in person, or better yet, come see us this Saturday in DC. We'll be there. Come out Friday, message us. We're actually going to get in there Friday afternoon.
I'll bet you if you see us on Saturday, I'm willing to bet that we'll all be in gray shirts. Like, lean up a little bit. Just that have that on the
Look for this.
Gray shirt, polo, 3-button. Over here in the sleeve, you may see an ink pen, maybe
given the temperature, you might look for a sweatshirt, something like Jeremy's.
Or a Carhartt.
Wait.
Maybe even a Carhartt.
If somebody gets it.
A Carhartt.
Maybe.
Now, as for the drawing, it is $6 for 1 ticket or 5 for 25. Yes, 5 for 25. It's a better deal if you get the 5. I still need to get myself
better
in
chances.
So
yeah.
Definitely get in.
I don't know if you know this, but I know the guy who buys those tickets.
Don't know what you're talking about.
So, but yeah, I mean, and definitely if you're looking for a group, we're a great bunch of guys and girls here, and I think if you enjoy what we do here, what you see here is who we are. So, you have any questions about who we are or what we are? Like you said, come see us this Saturday. Come see us at one of the gun shows. Message any of us here right on this page, or the website even.
Hey.
You'll be talking to one of us 3.
Yep.
So.
And
definitely check us
out.
We're
definitely not one of your standard groups. We're different. And you can
We're
find
gonna
out.
we're gonna ask you to do something that most people don't. We're gonna ask you to step out of your comfort zone, get off your couch, and actually do some Patriot shit.
Get involved.
I thought you were going a different route. On that note, like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or no, not Twitter. Well, are we doing Twitter still? I don't know. YouTube.
I try. It's not going well.
HeartlandDefenders.com. Yeah. Twitter angers me because I have more words than I can do, and then it just turns into a whole bunch of me looking like an asshole.
Twitter angers me because stupid people are on Twitter.
Right, that's true too. But
Hey,
yeah,
I'm on Twitter.
definitely go to the Heartland Defenders website because as you saw, there's all kinds of stuff on there. You can also find us in the calendar. It does state we're going to be there November 9th. Definitely check that out. I'm trying to think. There's nothing else we've got going other than
The only other thing is, also, if you remember our motto, preparing the modern day patriot to protect our constitutional values.
Yes. And on that note, thank you guys for your time watching. Thank you guys for Mike and Jacob for spending the night sitting here in front of this, just acting like us. And
Sitting in front of
We are who we are.
Everybody be safe. Have a good week. And we'll be here again next Sunday, 8 p.m. And yes, it still feels like it's midnight. Everybody have a good night.
Maybe next week I won't freak out at 6 o'clock going, oh shit, what time is it?